According to cloud. Hello, everybody. We have today online class Joy and Creation with Bodies. My name is Haris Omanovic, and Yasodhara, Romero, Fernandes also with us.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hello. So we can speak about anything today. Like, I need to mute everybody. Please mute yourself, people. So we can speak about many things. Like, subject is pretty good, like pretty big, like never-ending story, big story, and we had already questions before starting, which we are going to repeat. So together with Yasodhara, with Yaso, we were choosing this title. It was some kind of contribution, invitation to more people. And what is joy? What is creation with bodies? We are here on this planet. We have body, and what if we are here to enjoy body? What if we are here to be happy? What if we are here to create something on this planet and to create something with our body? And we are not here to be unhappy. We are not here to have some normal life. We are not here to have some boring life. So that's why we have also these classes. We have classes all over the world. We are doing access consciousness classes. We are exploring something like, and for me it's natural that I'm exploring. For me it's natural that I'm wondering what is more than this, what else can we be. And when I was a child, I chose to change the world because I have seen that people are unhappy, and it was stupid for me. It was like not logical for me, like why we are unhappy on this planet. Let's change this. Let's create planet of happy people. And we are some kind of creating it with these classes. And thank you everybody that you are here, that we are creating this together. Sodara.
Yes, thank you so much for this invitation also. And yeah, it's just, I love how you say, like, as a child, I already chose to actually change because I didn't get why people weren't happy. And I think I've bought more into the fact that, like, being happy, but then still, like, other people's unhappiness is sometimes so big that I wonder also how many people on the call here have started buying into that's actually the only normal reality that you can have. But then you fight against that and look for happiness, but never acknowledge actually what's your own reality. Like you just said, Haris, like I didn't get it why people weren't happy.
Yeah. So we are some kind of exploring it, and also like it's funny. This is somebody was asking me, how come you are working with bodies? And I said, like I was choosing to change the world. I was choosing that we create more on this planet. I was choosing that we create more happy people on this planet, and it seems like bodies are a big part of it. Like if you don't have happy body, you create in all areas of life. If your body is going to be unhappy, you are still going to be unhappy. And also if body is unhappy, somehow it's not going well also in other areas of life. You are just not so good in relationship. You are not so good in business also when body is unhappy. So how can we create happy bodies? How can we have happy bodies? How can we make our bodies happy?
Yeah, what do our bodies require to actually be happy? And what have you bought? Like sometimes like I look at, oh gosh, there's so many things that should bring happiness that I often catch myself actually looking for something that's outside of me rather than really asking like, oh, what's gonna give me that sense of joy and happiness with my body in any moment and that space.
Yeah. So do we have some questions? Maybe we can go.
Yeah, maybe we can start with the voice question of Mina. Would that be a good one to start? I really liked it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Would you want me to repeat the question?
Can you do a short version of it?
Maybe. Yeah. So I sang for a long time. I performed, and I always had the sense that my voice wasn't reliable. That I could sing sometimes, just do whatever I wanted, and then the next day, it was as though I'd never sung. Like I didn't have any voice. So I kind of gave it up. And I know I've had the sense most of my life that if I don't do this, I'll die. So I know I've cleared where I've made it significant, and I've even said, okay, I'm going to be happy whether I do it or not. And I'd still like to do it. So that's part of it. And then the other part of it is that the person I'm working with, whom I really like, a guitar player, I love how he plays, and there's some real tension between us that he's a real X-man. So there's this kind of, I just feel like he has all these kind of barriers to receiving. I'm not sure what that is, but if I could just feel like I could sing and that I don't get in my way, I feel like I could contribute a lot. So thank you, everybody.
Yes, it's funny. I was just like having coffee at the music conservatory, and I am a singer. I saw one of my old students, and she was telling about like sometimes her voice was working and then it stopped working again.
Yasodhara, sorry, can you please just a little bit slower? Thank you very much.
Sorry, Corinne. And what you didn't say it now, but you said it when you started with your question before. There was something in your story of like, sometimes my voice is there and sometimes it isn't. And when she was talking about that this afternoon, I asked her, like, is it true that your voice isn't there? So for you, isn't true that your voice isn't there when it's not sounding?
It's not that it isn't there. It's that I have no idea how I did what I did and how to do it again. It's as though it's become very constricted. And
can I just go in there?
Yeah.
It's like, how often with our bodies do we try to recreate something as it was before, but the energy has shifted and changed. So you cannot recreate what was there. You'll have to ask questions like, what is possible now?
Here's where I get stuck is that if I work with musicians and there's an arrangement, I've kind of given them a key. So, I said, we're going to do it in A flat. So, because we're doing Well Tempered in that key. So if it's one thing if we're spontaneous and I say, okay, well, let's do it in this key. Today, I'm going to do it in a different key. But if they did an arrangement, I can't really go and say, okay, I don't want to do it in A flat today. Today, we're going to do it in F.
Do you ask your body?
I have asked my body. Maybe not enough. Maybe not. It just feels like if I'm gonna promise you I'm gonna sing next Saturday. That's where I feel like I am holding myself back and saying, I promised you I'm gonna get on that stage. I'm gonna sing like, and people are gonna like it. They're gonna get something from it. But I can't sing in that key today, or I feel like I can't sing at all. Okay, so I'll ask.
Yeah, so would you be willing to let go of all the conclusions?
Maybe.
That would be a no. Haris, I'm handing over.
Well, it is defined as a jazz quintet or whatever, that. Okay, would I be willing to let go?
Oh, you're muted. Haris, you're muted. You're muted.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna.
What we do, what body, how much you were telling to your body what your body should be instead of inviting your body to something.
A lot.
And also when Yasodhara said, did you ask your body? Your body smiled, your body was laughing. because your body was happy that you are finally including it more in this creation. So what if you can invite body to something? Body, let's do it. Let's sing, let's play, let's dance. So you don't need to do it so much from projection, expectation, from push energy. Oh, body, we need to sing now.
Oh.
You relax, do it with more joy.
Haris, you're freezing a lot. I don't know if you can. You're freezing.
Okay. Can you do it with more joy? Is it better? You do it with more joy, in more relaxing way, and you don't need to push body to be something.
I'd like
Is it
to.
better?
I'd like to.
So just like body, let's have fun.
Fun with singing? Are you crazy? It has to be perfect.
Well, it was fun until I started, until I went pro.
Yeah, and this is where I love that. Like, it's to start looking at, like, have you started functioning from beingness, where you don't be anymore, but you put on a costume, and it doesn't matter if the costume is like a singer or it's a doctor or it's a teacher, and now it has to be that. But it takes away actually the exploration and the question and the joy. So would you be willing to let go everywhere you became a pro?
Yes.
All of you.
Yeah.
When you decided that you need to do it in the right way,
Oh, yeah.
and what did you need to eliminate from your life, from your singing, to do it in the right, in proper way?
A lot. I'm obsessed with not getting off pitch.
And also, like, so how much it was about what other people knows,
A lot.
what other people know about singing, instead of what do you know about singing?
And what does your body and your voice know about singing?
Yeah, a lot. Well, for a while, I did these spontaneous songs. I would just get on the stage. I had no idea what I was going to do. And I just received this music. And then when it was over, I didn't remember it. And it was fun, except that I still would like to do these songs somewhat in the more structured, or write some new songs.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes.
And I'm going to ask it for everyone. Does your body has an awareness of future?
Yes.
Now, do you ask it what, like, if you have something coming up in the future, do you actually ask your body to guide you if that is something your body has to do? So it doesn't matter, again, if you need to dance or if you need to perform or if you need to give a presentation. Do you include your body? Do you allow it to actually contribute and share its awareness with you? Or do you try to control it?
I've been controlling it. I guess I just have this idea of how it works, of what I have to do next. And, I got to get these tunes together. I got to work on this 100 times. I got to do this. And I've got to, I've got to get a bass player.
So don't ask your body to show you what it's capable of. Don't ask it more than once.
And another thing what I would like to mention from this case is how much do we have capacity of changing? Like she said, I can sing, then I can't sing, and with one person I can be smaller. Like, what if we are changing all the time? What capacities of changing are we having that we are not recognizing, and how we can use these capacities to our advantage? So how we can recognize more how much we can change all the time and how much we can use it to create more.
How do I be I don't know, I've heard Gary or Dane say the dominant presence. How do I be the dominant presence when there's someone that has a very, very strong energy that's maybe of fear, or I'm not sure what it is.
Can I ask you,
Yeah.
Is
I
it
mean,
that
I
they
really
have
like this person's music. I like playing with them.
but is it that they have a very strong presence, or do you have a very strong awareness of where they are functioning from?
It's probably the latter. I have a strong, it's just that I'm not clear about what it is, or yes.
Oh, wait. So for everyone here, like, what if you'd start acknowledging how aware you are?
Okay, I am aware, and I still, and I make progress with it every time. I saw you had us in New York, and you told me to be something different when I was with him, and it for a while it was really working, and then I just felt like I went back into being whatever I think. It's almost like a male-female thing, like the woman has to be smaller or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing.
You want to go, Harry?
Yeah. So one thing like is what if you can undefine yourself? So you don't need to define yourself so much as a person, and you don't need to define yourself so much just as your body. You can uncreate and destroy all the definitions of you, and then you can include this person, you can include this planet, and also you include vulnerability. What if vulnerability is true power? When you don't depend on results, you allow yourself to be totally wrong, totally right. You allow yourself to lose everything. So what if vulnerability is power? So you don't need to define yourself. You don't need to go into separation and fighting with this person. You can just follow energy what creates more. That is beyond personal. So you are not going into personal separation and fighting. You are creating, you are being and doing what creates more. And it's not just personal. And this is how you are being the power that you can be somehow.
Thank you. That's more space. Thank you both very much.
You're welcome.
So you can always be also for other people. You can always be and do what creates more. You're not personal fighting with anybody. And also what Nina said as an example, like how much, Nina, you were being what was in the head of the person.
What they expect you to be, what they expect women to be.
How much what you were being, how much what you were being is your awareness what is in the head of this person.
A lot.
So the thing is, how much capacities do you have? If you can be so much aware what is in head of person, and you can change yourself so fast, do you get your capacities?
Yes.
So
go ahead.
Ask for more awareness about your capacities so you can use them in a good way. Like, how can I use my capacities to my advantage? So if you are hiding...
How do I use my capacities to what? I didn't hear you.
To my advantage, sorry, to my advantage. If you are hiding capacities from yourself, then you are not so good in using capacities, you know, like you didn't know that you are aware of his brain, and also you didn't know so much that you can just change every few seconds to something else. Now when you know, so you can be aware of him, of the person more, and you can change to something what is manipulating the person to something else.
I'm not clear about how to manipulate, though. Just by being something different?
You are just being and doing what creates more.
Okay, that's what I'll ask.
What can I be here and what can I do to create more? This is manipulation.
Oh, that's manipulation?
Yeah.
It's that simple?
It's very simple.
I love it, Haris.
I thought I had to read Machiavelli or something.
So we are coming to your concert in New York.
Okay, I'll let you know. It's soon.
Publish the date.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway,
You're all invited.
cool. Next question.
I think it was Hadel, right? Hadel.
Yes. I think Anna, she's answering. يعني, she asked my question. One of them, after we do the clearing today with you and Zoom,
Hadel,
then one of my friends, she came and she told me.
Sorry, we cannot
about
hear
a
very
new
good.
job
Hadel, can you improve your
new
internet
idea.
connection, please?
Like we open a center.
We don't hear you.
Wir können dich nicht hören, Adel. Sorry, kannst du deine Internet Connection verbessern?
Improve your infinite connection.
I think she bust out and froze.
Okay.
No.
What about?
No.
Okay.
We don't hear you.
Okay, what about now? What about
Maybe.
still?
Not really. How does it get better?
So maybe I can repeat your question. Maybe I can just speak instead of you, Hadel.
Okay.
Haris, can I ask a question from the something?
Just a moment. So,
Okay. Now?
So maybe like, can you say a
Yes,
sentence? No, I think it doesn't work. It doesn't.
Yes.
Maybe you mute her, Haris, and you ask the question.
Yes.
Yes. Hadel, we can't hear you. So what was the question? It was about pain in the back. So you had some pain in the back, which was also on the online class today, another online class. And then it is changing.
Now?
What? Okay, can you speak? You would like to speak?
No.
No.
Okay. Hadel, would you like to say something?
Yes.
Yes, no.
Can she write in the chat the question?
Maybe you can write question in the chat.
Haris, in the meantime, I have a question here from Mexico.
Yes,
Can I do it?
You're right. And it's
She's still speaking. So Hadel, can you just write in the chat?
after
We can't hear you.
one of my friends opened subject with me that
I need to mute you.
No.
I hope that I can mute you. So can you write in the chat? Really, we can't hear you. Hadel.
Yes.
Please.
Haris, hello from Mexico. I have a question. Can I do it?
Okay.
Mexico.
Okay. Yeah, Mexico. Well, here's the question. I have been falling in the street or in my house since about 2 years from now. And the last fall, it was 3 days ago in the stairs of my house. And I have a feeling that there is something that stops me when I'm about to go beyond. And I also have the feeling that these things are for stopping me from myself. What can I ask to get out of that damage to my body?
So, Yasodhara, would you like to you start or me start?
Like how many times? Oh, everybody's unmuting. Khaled, can you mute yourself?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Wonderful.
unmute.
Yes. I was like, has she been falling like multiple times?
Muchas veces. Yes, she has been falling in the street, in her house, multiple times from since 2 years from now.
Okay. Well, It's like interesting. What do you like? What question is coming up for you, Haris?
So for me, it's coming up that that what if you are hiding something from yourself? So what was the pain from hadel, like pain in the back? It was some hiding, what we are hiding from ourselves. And then if you are falling, like with whole body like falling, maybe you are hiding something big. Like maybe you are hiding the whole life that you can have. You are hiding from yourself your whole life that you can have, the possibilities that you are aware of. You are stopping this from yourself and you are not choosing it. And it doesn't work so good if you are saying that there is something working against you. So what if you are using this against yourself? What if you are the power here? So what if you are not choosing more? What if you are not choosing to step into your possibilities and you are choosing controllable, predictable, normal life? And what if you can admit to yourself that you would like to create small, normal life and you are not interested to create more? Is if you admit to yourself this, so you are not all the time somewhere in between pretending to yourself. Is this creating some ease, some lightness? How much you are pretending to yourself that you would like to create more, at the same time you are stopping yourself from creation of the more? What if you can just admit to yourself, I don't want to create more, I don't have balls, I'm afraid of everything, and stop lying to yourself. So how many lies are you using for the falling you are creating? Something like that.
What is she coming back? Is she replying something in the chat?
Maybe she's in Mexican chat, in Spanish chat, Zoom.
She didn't reply anything
Yeah.
yet.
So what if you can stop lying to yourself and admit everything to yourself? So what if you can have more clarity with yourself? What can this create? So also question for everybody, how many lies are you telling to yourself every day, and what can create if you admit to yourself everything? If you are clear with yourself.
Yeah.
So you stop
Všechno vám je jasné, přestaňte předstírat.
So you stop pretending to yourself.
And so one of the things with falling is also, oh.
Okay.
One of the things with falling often is also like that we decide something it's bad or it's wrong. So now what do we have to do next to make it better? What if you could start asking also, like, certainly if it happens multiple times, like, okay, what's going on here and what's right about this? And I know if I ask for change, like sometimes my body will just fall because it's the quickest way. And then if I ask it like, oh, is this the change I've been asking for and it's light? Then I'll just ask my body like, okay, what do you require now to help you going through the change? Rather than thinking, oh my God, I fall and it hurts. And oh my God, now, oh. So this is where you look at the wrongness from something. How much are you dismissing the creation part that your body is contributing to what you've maybe been asking for? And what Haris just said, like, you know, if that's what you're asking for and your body is contributing to that, how much are you actually diminishing the capacities of your body? Rather than acknowledging it and now start to ask like, okay, so what else? What would I like to create? Haris, you're smiling.
So maybe we can go to the next question.
She already replied something. Do you want to hear it? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. She says, I want to create everything and get out from this reality and create another reality for everyone and for me and for the planet, for the golden planet. And she says she's wanting to change full everything. And she knows she has capacities. That's all.
So one thing is good luck. Good luck in this. So another thing is like, what if you can use this reality and you don't need to fight with this reality? So you can use whatever is contribution from other people, from whatever is contribution from reality of other people, and you don't need to change their reality. You don't need to change them. What if you can use them?
And what if you don't have to get, because the first thing you said, I want to get out of this reality. Your body might be helping you.
Yeah, so what if you don't need to be just inside of this reality and this reality can be part of you? Something like that. What can this create? So you include this reality and you don't need to be just inside
Takže
of it.
zahrneš tuto realitu a
What if you are bigger than this reality?
And ask for ease. If you want to change a lot, ask for ease.
Next question. There was next questions. We need to go.
I have a question. Can I ask?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, if you can, Marwa.
Yeah, you can hear my voice well? Okay. Is it clear?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Hi. First, I've got married for 3 times, okay? But I didn't feel any comfort in these relationships, okay? And I got divorced. And now I'm
14 years old. How can you be married 3 times already?
Yeah, 3 times. I got married 3 times.
You look 14 years old.
No,
But
12.
your life just started.
In the other life, you know, I got married in the other life.
Is there some shopping center for husbands that you can recommend, or what?
Yeah. Yeah. And I have 3 kids too. And now I'm in a relationship, okay? I have a relationship, and I think I feel my body feel it's okay with this relationship, and I feel the lightness with this relationship. But when it comes to marriage, I feel so heavy, and I don't know what to do or how to deal with this. You know, when he comes to ask for marriage, I feel like I don't want to, and I do, as you know, in the Middle East. You have to get married when you have a relationship, so it's better to get married. But now I feel that I don't want to get married. I like this relationship, my body likes it, but I don't want to get married. So what shall I do, or what can I do?
Have you been destroying and create all the definitions of marriage?
Yes.
All the charts, all the also the charge that's there in particular, every place on the planet has particular gravities, right? So you come somewhere and you perceive all these charges around all different topics. Now, if you actually feel like, oh, this is actually really joyful for my body and it works out, but in the meantime, you tap into all these other things that you're aware of in the Middle East for you now, but wherever you are, like how much is that taking away space and joy? And now you start actually bringing in all those energies in your relationship, and it becomes really, really, really muddy. As a good Middle East marriage should be. There's no joy in a Middle East marriage, right? I actually don't know. Is it the joyful place, Middle East marriages?
Maybe they need to bring their husbands to 3-day body class. So,
Yes, I think so.
so we educate them about magic with bodies.
Yes, yes. They need so, yes.
I would start with destroying and uncreate, like just letting go of all the things you have been like that you perceive around the world marriage, the married world, and everything you've like. How many like when you've already been married, like when you've been divorced, like how many decisions do you have about yourself in relationship to marriage also? That doesn't allow you to actually show up as new every day. So it's with everything, like what have you decided about you based on yesterday or the last 10 years or the last 30 years or 14 if you're 14?
I'm 42.
Okay. That keeps you actually creating today as if that had something to do with yesterday. What if it didn't have to? What if that was a choice you could make every day? And what would become possible then if you choose to marry? What's marriage going to create?
Yeah, I can ask myself this question. If I choose to get married, what it would create?
What does the man say, Haris?
Like somehow we just know things, like you know something when it's no, like you just know something there, and it's good to be aware what is marriage for this another person. Also, like it's good to know like what means to you. Maybe like you created a lot of resistance to marriage until now, and still it's good to know what marriage is for another person. So like if marriage is for them that you are staying at home every day all the time, that's maybe not a good idea. So you can ask the person what is marriage for them, and you can be aware of their secret agenda of their secret plan, what they are doing with this.
Actually, after the foundation we got with you in Egypt, when we got any talk together, I feel like sometimes he told me, I feel like that you're an alien coming from Mars. What are you saying?
I'm going to take this as a compliment. And like to get married just to have legal sex, for me it is choice, isn't it? Like why you are getting married, so you can have legal sex or something?
After our talk together, I know that, or I find that yes, just he want to marry me in order just to have a legal sex.
It's better to change whole country than to get married, isn't it? Like change Egypt.
Yes, we need to change the law.
Yeah, change political and religious situation in Egypt so you don't need to get married.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm now trying to create this really, actually.
Yeah, don't try, just do it.
Okay, I will.
Yes, okay.
You'll make many women happy, and men too.
Yes.
Cool. Shall we go to another one? Let's see.
Yeah, I've got a question there from Czech. It's from Dagmar, and hi Haris. I'd like to get advice. What question can I ask so I can heal my very chronic illness of lungs? Thank you.
Wow. Do you get anything, Yasodhara? Anything to say?
Well, the first thing was like, is it yours?
For me also, it was the first thing.
And then the second one was go and take a 3-day body class.
Yeah. And another thing is like, what is with these lungs, with the breathing? For us, many times breathing air means life. Like breathing is for many people how we are creating bodies. If you don't have air, it's one of the fastest ways to die. I don't want to share suicide ideas. So many people connect breathing with life. So what if you have problems with breathing, with lungs, because you don't have space in your life? Something like that. It can be also.
There is a, it's not mine.
Great. So you do know, right? Everybody here do know that if something isn't yours, that you cannot really change it if you keep thinking it's yours. So for example, with you, like if you say like, oh, with like, what can I do for my chronic disease? Now, if it's not yours, but you call it yours, how much more complicated are you gonna like make it for your body to create with it? So what if you could start asking now, like, oh, it's not mine. Okay, so who or what does this belong to? What are my lungs aware of? And maybe in regards to like also like, okay, so it doesn't necessarily has to be a chronic disease that it is aware of. Maybe it is aware of no space in someone else's world. And your lungs start actually duplicating that or showing you that. Maybe because you could have a capacity to create something with that, but if you keep buying into, oh my God, now I have a chronic disease, will you ever be able to discover the magic of your body, or will you create yourself as someone with an unchangeable chronic disease that now has to suffer and suffer rather than be joyful and enjoy your capacities?
Yeah. Maybe we can go just to the next question because there was many questions.
Thank you. Thank you. There is quiet now, you know, and it's wow.
Sorry, what is she saying?
Dagmar says, thank you. Thank you. It's not mine. Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome. And this is basically a thing you can ask for 99% of the questions that are about your body and are you feel stuff? Is it mine? Is it mine? And it's like, probably we could go through all the questions and ask that. So you want to take the next one? Are we going to do a Q&A? Are we going to do something else? I don't really have a point of view.
So I think there was some people were trying to speak also.
Yes, I have a French question.
French question?
Hi. So, I'm going to read this in French first. Quand je pose la question à mon corps, comment savoir que la réponse vient de lui et non pas de mon mental? When I'm asking my body questions, how do I know that the answer I have is my body's one and not my brain one?
I would say expand, so allow yourself that you are bigger and you are more following energy than trying to get answer. So you are more sensing the energy than changing it to answer to conclusion. So, and also don't get answer and do it. Like don't change awareness into answer and then do it. Like when you are doing something, still do it with awareness. So if it's not going to be cool for the body, you are going to know because energy is changing. So don't change awareness into conclusion and then like you do it like a robot. So you are following the energy. It's more about sensing. It's better that you are sensing and following the energy than that you are trying to get answer, conclusion, like verbal answer. And also then when you are practicing something, you just know that it's your body choosing it because your body is going to be happy.
And it won't tell your head.
Yeah. Something like that. So you don't need to get verbal answer. Better is that you just follow energy and that you are sensing energy. How does body feels, and you are still doing it while you are doing something. Okay. Anything else?
So there's a question about sadness and not alive. What can I do?
So, yeah, would you like to say something?
Well, again, the first thing is like, where is she from?
Mariam, I don't know.
Where are you from, honey? Egypt. Cool. So is your body like, is it like that you feel sad, or are you aware of a lot of sadness and people not feeling alive? Like, have you been hanging around with people that don't feel really alive? Even when they do, as if they're very much alive? Have you felt what that does to your body? Like, everybody knows that feeling? No, I don't have much friends. No, but it doesn't have to be friends. It can be neighbors. It can be people in your city. And this is, I think it's really...
awareness also of entities, a lot of entities.
Is she answering? Oh, people in my country are generally very sad and depressed. There you go. And this is like, it's really crazy with bodies. Like, even if you, like, I've had it with a friend, like staying in a hotel somewhere, and she woke up, we slept both at different sides of the room, and she woke up like being like sick. And I was like, well, I don't want to facilitate you, but who does that belong to? And she was like, it's actually, oh, wow, it's not mine. And like 2 minutes later, we hear the room next to us, somebody like coughing their lungs out. And we were like, whoa. Like, you know, you think like, oh, I need to see someone or I need to be with someone. But what if your body could have awareness through walls? Like, how many bodies is your body aware of? How many beings is your body aware of? And do you acknowledge that? Or do you constantly think that everything you don't see, your body is not aware of that too? Oops.
Yeah, so like, what if you are healing many people? What if you are healing thousand people all the time? What if you can start doing that, or like...
Haris, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Hi, this is Swami from India. What I want to know was this is about the two light and heavy. So I have observed that whenever I'm already in conclusion, it is heavy before I even ask the question. For example, if I don't want to choose something and I ask a question, it normally comes heavy. So I really want to know, is light and heavy is really based on the awareness, or is it based at times on the conclusion that we have already concluded? And if it is a conclusion, then how do we get to the awareness? Can you just throw some more light on that? Because I have got I've heard a couple of different audios from different facilitators, and they have spoken about both these things. So I don't seem to get a clarity on this.
Many times it happens when you are asking about something what you defined already a lot, what you have a lot of conclusions already, is going to be somehow heavy. It's not lightness. So it's better that you are asking more from space that you didn't conclude anything anymore about choices. So you are asking for awareness. You are asking for more space. You are not asking for answer. Awareness is not answer. It's different space that you can be. So when you are asking for more awareness about something, like it can be heavy if you have already many conclusions. What is this? Like should I be a pilot? Like what can I create if I'm a pilot? If you already decided that it's very hard to be a pilot, it can be that it's going to be heavy for you. But you didn't ask about being a pilot, really. You asked about your conclusion of being a pilot. Do you get the difference? You didn't ask what can I create if I choose to be a pilot. You asked what can I create if I choose to be a pilot in a conclusion, in something what I'm defining what pilot is. Okay, so it's different.
It is. So
one woman said to me, to choose to be CF, like certified facilitator of access, like facilitator of foundations, it was heavy for me. And I asked her, how many things about this choice did you already decide? What that means, what do you need to do for it? How much is it work? How much is hard? How much you are not willing to be bad or to lose it? You know, many things. So it's heavy, like uncreate and destroy, all these decisions.
Okay.
And another thing is how awareness can work more for the choices. So more you are creating beyond and too much and big things, more you are creating things which you can't put into logic and understanding at the moment. Awareness is working better in this area. When you are asking for something what your brain can conclude a lot and calculate, many times your brain is going to interrupt it more. Calculation is going to interrupt it more. So awareness is working better when you are creating amazing things, like something what you can't even imagine.
Okay.
How much you are all the time asking for something logical and understandable, and then your brain is working better in this area. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. However, there are things, small daily decisions where I ask question and I may not even be aware if at all I'm in a conclusion there. So, I mean, then how does the light and heavy apply at all time? I mean, it only applies.
How much are you trying to understand life instead of having fun?
Okay.
Like with fun, awareness works better with fun. Somehow when you are conscious space, you are playful space.
Okay, yeah.
So
what if you would also look at, wow, everywhere I think I have to decide to create my life or to create anything, what if you would like look at, oh, if it was not about deciding, but it was about choosing, what choice is available next? Because like deciding is about like, it's where you pose often like a conclusion into, okay, I'm deciding this, and now it's like this next stuck point that you have to now put all your energy on to go to there, rather than looking, oh, it's just a choice, and it's a choice, and it's a choice, and it's a choice.
Well, I mean, when there are two choices, then you ask question and you do have to choose one, right? So that decision does come when you have choices.
Dear Swami, can you listen to me carefully now? Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to say this only once. When you have two choices, you are still in human reality, you are still in reality of other people. You need to have at least 16. This is what normal people are doing. They have all the time only two choices in their life. This is what they do because for them it's comfortable. They have also two parts of the brain, you know, So people are always only thinking about two things. 16,
Oh my God.
like try 16. When you
Okay.
need to choose between 16 things, you need to be aware. When it's two, you are thinking. So how much are you still trying to function like other people? So you have only two choices in your life.
I love that, Haris. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Haris.
you.
I had a question, Haris.
Thank you, India.
Yeah.
Thank you, Swami.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay, Jose.
Okay, after foundation, I feel that my body feeling alive. The speed of molecules was in the sky, and a little bit it's.
Oh, you muted yourself.
It went so quick.
Okay, sorry. Okay. After that, I start to get awareness about a lot of pain, suffering. I have no idea, but my body was perceiving a lot of illness. I didn't want to receive it or perceive it more. When I asked Haris for something, he said you are healing a lot of people. I want my body to stop like that. What shall I do?
Be more sexy.
What?
So
I didn't hear.
Yeah, Yasodhara, you can maybe say what is happening usually after foundation. What do we create with foundation class?
Well, I'm really curious what you create with foundation classes.
It was crazy.
So somehow we open to more, and then you open also to more shit at the same time.
But how much is actually the refusing part where you're locking yourself up? Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to.
A lot.
Yeah. Well, can you, like, if it's a capacity to be aware, when you say I don't want to, how much energy will you have to start using against all your awareness? But is that in the same time also destroying yourself?
Okay.
And also, like, what if together with increasing of awareness, you can increase also allowance?
No.
Also, like, how many positive point of views, positive judgments did you have until about people before? So you can survive in Egypt, and now you see that it's worse than you ever expected that it can be even be. Because now you are aware what we do before foundation, before these classes, we are pretty positive, and what you are losing with these classes, you lose also positive point of views, positive judgments. So you can't pretend to yourself so much that this shit is not so bad. Now you are more aware of it. So for some time, life after foundation can be worse for some time. And then you realize, okay, this is how is it? It's worse than I expected. What else can we create? What can we create beyond this?
Okay. How can I stop the idea of healing bodies through my body?
So
when I start to talk, start to talk to my body, and I ask the body to make illness back to people and not heal it, start to be lighter. But it's not like that. It's I got it a lot.
When you are tool, who does this belong to all the time? And when you are bigger space, awareness doesn't need to be with so much sensations on the body. So allow yourself to be bigger, that you are not just, do you get? So when you are bigger space, you can be aware that you are just aware, And when you contract energy to your body, when you are trying to be so small as body, then a lot of awareness is with sensations on the body. Okay? This is one recommendation. So you allow yourself to be bigger, you use the tool who does this belong to all the time, and you are aware that you are just aware.
Okay.
Like when I do classes are one example of this, also this online class. Now when I'm aware on the class, I don't need to feel it on my body, I can feel it there where it's happening. So more you are also aware that you are just aware, it can be there, it doesn't need to be here. Okay, is it better?
Okay, finally, how can I make this the speed of my in my, how can I make it like I feel after foundation for even days I enjoy my life like that? How can I keep it or expand it?
So what can you be now to create too much?
There's also this interesting thing when you expand your life, and then sometimes we choose to go back a little or a lot, and that just starts to hurt. So is there, and I don't know if that's light for you, but like, is there anywhere you kind of went back?
Again, I couldn't hear well.
Oh.
Again.
So sometimes when you have a lot of expansion after a class, we have tendency to go back home. And then we don't only go back home, but we kind of go back to where we started, but energetically that doesn't work and it starts hurting more than it ever did. So is there some way, did you kind of go back, yes or no? Maybe both.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So how much you were trying to recreate the past Doha instead of creating the new one?
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like really uncomfortable, like all the new stuff, but it's way more uncomfortable once you choose consciousness to go back.
Okay.
So everywhere you bought that going back would be a better choice for all of you. Because you don't want the uncomfortable new you. Would you be willing to give up that illusion?
Okay. Okay.
And
thank you.
If you allow yourself to be new you, what can you create? What is possible for you? What is possible for what you were defining yourself until now? With your name, with your geographical location, with your gender? How much is like you are creating that it's harder to create if you are using a lot of definitions of yourself? And if you don't use any definitions of yourself from the past, so you allow yourself to be something totally new now, that you don't need to define yourself also with your country or with your gender. What can you create? What can you be? What is possible for you? So, and also you don't need to do step by steps. You don't need to do step by steps to change you, to create more. You can just out-create yourself to something totally new. So what if you can be now global creator and you don't need to define yourself that you are just starting or something, or you are nothing special yet or something? What if you can be already like successful global creator now?
Okay.
And nothing can really stop you. And like, can you?
I loved your first question, Haris, because you asked you just said, just be more sexy. Like how much has your sexualness also unleashed during that foundation, which is actually the energy of being, and are you allowing that to turn up even more, or how are you holding it back and hiding it?
Yeah. What is like what I said, sexy, and another thing is also successful global creator is how you allow yourself to be energetical with your body. So your body don't need to have so much problem anymore of perceiving other people because you are functioning in some totally different energy. You allow yourself to be sexy, you allow yourself to be alive, you are creating amazing things. So you are just like so busy with your creations that you are not bothering yourself with bodies which are dying around you.
So how much more do you have to add to your life? How much more would you have to add to your life? How much more would you have to add to your life? How much more would you have to add to your life for nothing to be significant any longer? For everything to be space. Like if you have a lot of things to do, like there is no time for significance. There is only time for creation and joy.
Okay.
And we are also slowly finishing.
Yeah. Shall we take one more question?
Can I ask a question?
There was one about creation here. Is your what are we going to do, Haris?
Like, just speak. If you speak, just speak. Sanya, you can just speak.
Okay. So my question is, when it comes to volunteering work, charity work, etc., my body gets really excited to go and contribute to underprivileged kids, etc. But when it comes to the creation of my own life and creating huge amounts of wealth or for myself, the excitement level is low. So what awareness can I have over there is what I'm asking.
So do you maybe judge that you receive money for yourself? Do you make it wrong?
Yeah, I guess.
So are you making it a good thing that you are giving money to others?
Charity, yes.
What if you don't need to have any point of view? What if you don't need to decide what is right, wrong, good, bad, and you can be and do what creates more?
Yeah.
So do you know why we are receiving money? Like what is purpose of the money for the classes? One thing is you get rid of stupid people. So stupid people are not coming because they need to pay a lot, you know, like, so you get rid of stupid people so you don't get whole India on your class. Can you imagine that whole India comes to your class? You can't do anything. So you just, with prices, you have more people who might be interested to create something, might be interested. This is, so you get rid of stupid people. Another thing, what is purpose of classes? Prices are integrated. Another thing, what is purpose, why we have prices on classes is because people, if they pay, maybe they are going to use the class more. They are maybe going to receive more. So it's your job, it's your responsibility that you are taking the money. You know, you must. You are a bad person if you don't take the money. You need to take the money to do the good thing. People are learning better if they are paying. More they, like, you need to say it like, more they pay, more they learn. So did you get now? You need to take the money.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mustafa, maybe we can help you. So,
hi, my name is Khalid Mustafa. I'm Egyptian, living in Mauritius now. As I mentioned in my text, I'm in love with somebody, which is, I have been married before twice, and I got to know her. I'm not going to mention her name. She's attending the meeting.
We need to make it shorter. Can we just make it short?
Okay. How can I make that relationship works some more? I have tried to change it.
So one thing what you maybe decided about this, that you love the person, is what we do, we depend on person. You need the person. So how much you are stopping your whole life and how much you are stopping your body because you decided that you need this person. And what if you don't need this person? What if it's not true? And how much you are using this, that you need this person, to manipulate with this person that you care? How much you are just pretending that you are in love so you can get this person, so you can use this as manipulation? And what if you need this person because you decided that there is no so much possibilities around, also because you are living in Egypt and it's harder to get laid? So just get yourself working visa for Europe or Australia. There is many desperate women there. Okay. Yasodhara, would you like to say something for the end of the online class? Thank you, Mustafa. Just like we can import you to Europe, really. Would you like to? So if somebody would like to import Mustafa to Europe, you can find him on Facebook. So Yasodhara, would you like to say something for the end? We need to finish now. You are muted. You are muted. You know, did you speak? You were muted all the time. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. No, thank you so much. It turned out in a Q&A, which is awesomely fine as well. And look at that, joy on legs in creation with bodies. Hi. So if there's anything, like, is there still something we'd like to, like a question we can round off, like for this topic? What do you do for, like, because you travel a lot? How do you actually manage like joy with your body, Haris?
Oh, I'm tired my whole life. Still, like, somehow, like what I do, I'm not making myself wrong anymore because I'm not perfect. I'm creating a lot. Many people see how I'm traveling. I'm traveling so much that it's like impossible, like more than flight attendants. So what I say to people, what they can do is, like, this is question which you can use every day, is what energy, space, and consciousness can me and my body be to have ease with everything in my life? So you are changing your embodiment with your creations. You are changing your energy, space, and consciousness with your creations. Because, like, if you are the same person, their creations are hard on you. And if you are changing together with your creations, it can be with more ease. So, like, you change your embodiment that you can create more with total ease. So you can travel so much with total ease. You can have so much classes with total ease. Still, I don't have like total ease. Like, I'm always, like, I'm crazy human. I'm always checking the limits. So what is also creation? You are all the time on the edge, you know, like, so am I going to survive or am I going to be just fine? You know, like, really, like, from some plane, especially after like 12 hours of flying, you can really be like, am I going to fall down or what is this? Like, and like, then like in 5 minutes, you can be still the happiest person on this planet somehow. So for me, creation is to walk on edge, and I'm including everything to create more. Like, some people are not choosing more because they are afraid, oh, then maybe I'm going to be tired, you know, like, I'm just choosing normal. So like, they are not taking risk of anything. And for me, that doesn't work. I was putting everything on risk to create more. And it's just my way. It's something that works for me. So sometimes I don't know if I'm going to die, and at the same time I can be the happiest person on this planet. This is for me creation. And what else can we create? Something like that.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And like thank you everybody here. Thank you, Yasodhara, for this amazing experience which we just had.
Yes.
We can be really grateful for these amazing creations that we can have, like online classes, global online classes with so many incredible people from all over this planet. Yeah, like with total ease and with so many amazing translators. Like it's amazing. Like all these koala classes with koala people, you know. So see you everybody somewhere in the world.
Yes.
Yasodhara.
Thank you.
Koala, thank you. This was awesome.
Thank you.
Kala, thank you very
Terima
much.
kasih.
Thank you.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Ibu.
Thank you, Yasodhara. Thank you, Haris. Thank you, all of you.
Haris, thank you. Yes,
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Obrigada.